Top of it, top of it. It's your boy Coach One Stack tapping in, y'all. I hope everybody been doing well. Hey man, hey, I like to get straight to it. But before I get to this video about your boy Busta Rhymes, how he was hitting on an openly gay man that was in the club with his boyfriend. Hey man, go ahead and hit that like button, hit the subscribe button, and smash that notification bell. Because, hey man, your boy Busta is looking like he got that package, you dig? He's showing signs of having these STDs. And the stories that come along with a lot of these celebrities, hey man, they starting to fall right in place. If you can dig it, they starting to fall right in place. All these people starting to get skinny. And now I have another man coming out talking about how Busta was trying to hit on him, knowing he got that thing, and while he was with his boyfriend. See, the thing is, this gentleman, matter of fact, before I get into that, I had yesterday when I was at Walmart, I ran into one of my subscribers, and my subscriber ran into me, said, I know you, I know who you are, you Coach One Stack, and hey man, I just want you to know, for that subscriber, you made my day. I wasn't having the best day, but I'm glad I ran into you. You said you like my content. That really encouraged me to do more content. So make sure when you watch this video, when you watch more of my videos, you make yourself known so we can stay tapped in. And I mean that for real. You had great energy, people. Like say, man, I'm a real person. I be out in these streets, man. And hey man, I'm just a real one. But back to the video, man. This Busta Rhymes was openly hitting on this dude, man. And see, in the comments below, man, I want the first person that can show me proof of Busta Rhymes having a relationship with a woman. Hey, man, I'm going to give you a free consultation with your boy, Coach One Stack, because I ain't never seen him with a woman before. I ain't never seen him talking about a woman. I ain't never even seen him have any woman drama. But the thing is, Busta Rhymes loved them fun boys. As you know, his bodyguard was the big homie CC. And big homie CC had already busted him out, said that he liked them fun boys. So in this video, you about to see, because I don't like to keep y'all too long, you gonna see the fun boy tell his part of the story and how Busta was hitting on him while he was with his dude. Now sit back and watch.
They was friends, ex cutty buddies. But they was just a little too comfortable, and to me. So I'm go along with the flow, They walking side by side, looking like the Yin Yang twins. No, maybe not the Yin Yang twins, but they was twinning. So I'm walking behind them like, I don't like that, But I get over it, we gonna have a good night. We going out, we going to this party. Oh boy came in town for this party, it's supposed to be this big thing. So we get in the car, we drive, and I'm ready to party. So we park the car, we get out the car, and we crossing the street. It's a whole crowd outside of this other club. Now, the party we was going to was a gay event. Now, this club that was over here, it was a whole bunch of, people out there, straight people, whatever the case may be, and we had to cross the street to go through that crowd to go around the corner to where the club we was going to at. So when we crossing the street, of course they still walking ahead, ahead of me. I'm lagging behind because I'm like, oh, that's your friend. I'm going to let y'all have y'all time. This ain't, bosom buddies. I don't need to be all, neck and neck with y'all. Go ahead, do y'all thing. So they walking a little bit ahead of me. So when I walk across the street to the crowd, I'm walking through the crowd and somebody grabs my hand. Just softly put their hand in my hand and just holding it. So I look, and I see this big chain that said flip mode. Just diamonds iced out. I look at the chain, and I know what flip mode is, so I look up. Now, all this happened in split seconds. I look up, and it's Busta Rhymes. And I'm like, what's up, Busta? And he's still holding my hand. He like, what's up? What you getting into? And I'm like, oh, we about to go to this club around the corner. What's up? He said, I got a section up in this place. We doing a little after party joint. It's like, you should come in and party with me.
Would it be a bad idea if you use our credit card
See,
to pay for your marketing?
you know how these people feel about partying, right? You know how they feel about partying.
All of this stuff ain't registering in my head. I'm in the moment, it's just happening so fast, But I look back and I noticed this big bodyguard, looking around the people, and you know, he made
The
eye
big homie
contact with
CC.
me.
The big
I guess
homie
he wanted to make
CC.
sure I ain't flip mode. You know, but I stood there, Busta still holding my hand. I'm like, oh, word? Like, hell yeah, I come in. Well, you know, I was like, well, I got to tell my people, you know, because I'm here with some people, you know. They can come with me. Yeah, come on. You know, so I was like, word. You know, I was like, that's what's up. It was like, just let the people know that you part with me, and they'll let you up to my section. I was like, bet. Now, at the time, I was heavy in the rap game. You know, I was in New York solely to make it as a rapper. That's why I moved to New York, you know, so, and Busta is one of my favorite artists, so I seen it as an opportunity, you know, to holler at him, politic with him, you know, build some type of relationship with him, you know, let him hear my music. He probably asked me what I do. I could be like, yo, I rap, you know, spit some bars for him, you know, I ain't know, but it was just like, I looked at it as an opportunity, you know. What's the chances of running into Busta Rhymes and he grab your hand and invite you up to his section? I wasn't thinking nothing of it. So I'm like, oh, word. So he lets my hand go. My boy standing there, you know, he stopped because he seen me standing there talking to him. He just was standing there. So when I leave, I walk to him. I'm like, yo, you know who that was? That was Busta. He was like, I know who it is. I'm like, that's Busta Rhymes. He was like, I know who it is. But he was acting a little funny. I was like, he just said we can come up in the club, like, let's go to this spot. He was like, no, we not going in there. I was like, no, like, let's go here. Like, I don't want to go to this gay-ass event. Like, we could go to this club. This is more popping. You know what I'm saying? Plus, Busta invited us in the section. You don't miss out on an opportunity like that. You know what I'm saying? He didn't care. He was like, nah, we ain't going up in there. So now I got an attitude. I'm like, well, we could go in there first, and then we could go to this other party. You know what I'm saying? Nah, he ain't want to go. You know what I'm saying? His boy he's steadily trailing behind, you know, his twin. And I'm like, wow, like, I felt some type of way, because now I really don't want to go into this spot. You know what I'm saying? I only was going because that's where y'all wanted to go. Now I get invited to this club with Busta, so I want to go in there. He wasn't on it. So I'm walking behind, I'm like, sorry, I'm like, in my mind, I'm like, I should just lead him and go up in the spot myself. But it was just like, my boy had all the money on. I'm going to keep it 100. Y'all know I keep it 100. My boy had all the money. He was paying for everything that night. And if I was going to go in the club with Busta Rhymes, I wanted him to go in there with me so he could splurge, buys a bottle in the section. You know what I'm saying? You got to go up in there doing it right. You don't want to go up in there, you know, drinking stuff. So I'm like, let's go up in here and party. Let's, you know, same thing we gonna do at this spot, but in here. So I'm walking by, I'm like, yo. So I'm like, forget it. You know what I'm saying? Like, now I gotta go in this spot. I'm not in a good mood. So I'm walking behind. He turns around and say, what's wrong with you? I'm like, man, like, I want to go in this club with Busta. Like, I could get on and, like, he invited us in this club. He was like, what you want from me? What you want me to do? I looked, I was like, oh, word, that's the type of time we on? He was like, what you need? What do you want? I'm like, dang, okay, like, I kid to you not. He reached in his pockets, pulled out a whole bunch of cash, and threw it right in my face. His boy standing on the side looking. The money hit my face, fall down to the ground. You see 50s and 100s all on the ground. And I'm standing there like, salty as hell, embarrassed, disrespected. You just pulled out a wad of cash and threw it in my face. And he turns around and walks away, and I'm standing there. You know, the money on the ground. Lucky it wasn't windy. It was just, you know, I'm looking like, of course I picked the money up because I didn't want him to waste his money. I pick up the money and I'm like, wow. At this point, I'm really not in no mood to go in no club. You know what I'm saying? You just straight disrespected me in the streets, you know? So I pick up the money and I walk behind him. I'm like, yo, I can't believe you just threw some money in my face. What type of shit is that? You know what I'm saying? Like, how you gonna disrespect me like that? He was like, what do you want me to do? Like, you want money? You want to go in there with Busta Rhymes? And do you want him? And I was like, want him? Like, this ain't got nothing to do with wanting. He invited us in the club. Like, you tripping. I don't like... We start arguing in the middle of the street. You know what I'm saying? My boy takes off. First he screams and he takes off running down the street. Almost to the end of the street. I mean, it was about 100 feet away. He runs all the way down there. So I'm like, I runs after. I'm like, yo, he tripping. His boy's standing there looking like, what the hell is going on? I runs all the way down there with him. He's standing there waving down the cab. And I was like, you about to leave? He was like, I just don't want to do this. I don't want that. I was like, you about to leave? Like, so the cab pulls up. We arguing. I was like, so you gonna leave because I wanted to go in the club with Busta Rhymes? He was like, if you want Busta Rhymes, you can go get him. Like, go in there. You got the money. What else do you want? What else do you want? And I was like, so this is where it takes a crazy turn.
Never sue the other driver after a car accident.
See, guys?
There's a better way to get paid a way
I'm
bigger
telling you,
check
man.
without having...
Hold up.
He pushes me. Now the cab driver didn't stop. The door open. He almost getting in there, you know. He pushes me. And I push him back. And he just started swinging on me. Just going crazy. And I'm like, yo. So we fighting in front of the taxi driver with the door open right in the middle of the street in New York City. And I mean, he was really trying to hurt me. Now, I wasn't fighting him from the place that I felt like he was fighting me. I felt like he was really trying to hurt me. At the same time, I'm really just trying to restrain him, and I'm wrestling with him but he's swinging blows at me. Like, and I'm like, yo, really? Like, so his boy runs down the street and grabs me. And when he grabbed me, my dude takes off on me. Whack, 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 just hitting me. And I'm like, yo, old boy holding me while my boy is getting all these hits off on me. So I felt even more violated and disrespected. So now when your boy come down here and hold me, you gonna take that opportunity to punch me all in my head and face? The cab driver pulls off, closes his door, pulls off. Old boy still holding me. I'm like, yo, let me go. This muscle bound dude from Detroit, I don't like. My boy takes off running again. My clothes messed up from wrestling and all this stuff. Oh boy, like y'all wild, and he walked off and went down. I guess he went back down to be in the club. And I'm just standing in the middle of New York City in the streets like, what just happened? I just got into a physical altercation with my dude. The first time we ever got into a fight like that in front of his friend in New York City. I was hurt. I couldn't believe what was happening. Not only that, I didn't drive. He had the car, I don't know where he ran off to. I definitely wasn't about to go party after that. I'm messed up in the head because I just can't believe what just happened. So I go down the street. I'm going, domestic violence is real.
So you guys, at the end of the day, man, word to the wise with this story, he should have just went in the club with Busta Rhymes. Because Busta Rhymes was trying to hit on him. Can you dig what I'm saying? Now, I know it wasn't quite the video that we hope to see, but we just giving you guys different experiences and different outlooks of how these rappers and entertainers are getting at people in a real way. You understand what I'm saying? Because at the end of the day, what kind of man sits outside the club and tries to pull other men into their VIP section? I don't know, but leave it in the comments. But other than that, man, like and subscribe to the channel, hit the notification bell, and remember, be blessed, be stressed, don't ever get finesse, and get plenty of rest, and make sure you stay up out of trouble.